This book isn't just about dating tips or casual advice. It's about the principles and strategies that lead to a lasting, meaningful relationship with a woman who is truly worthy of your time, your energy, and your love. In today's world where relationships can often feel complex or fleeting, finding and keeping the right woman may seem like a challenge. But with the right mindset and approach, you can build a connection that goes far beyond the superficial, one that thrives on mutual respect, love, and growth. This book is your roadmap to understanding what it truly takes to attract, keep, and nurture a relationship with a woman who will not only compliment you, but also challenge and support you on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Each chapter is designed to guide you step by step, from self-discovery and finding the right woman to building a foundation of trust, respect, and love that will help your relationships stand the test of time. Let's begin the journey toward a strong, fulfilling relationship, one that will not only change your life, but also help you become the man who can truly give his all to the right woman. Chapter 1. Knowing what you want and need in a woman. A real woman, a wife, a partner, a queen, is more than her looks. Before you go looking for her, you need to know what you're actually looking for. Too many men chase curves, status, or sex, but end up disappointed when those things fade or fail to bring peace. A real woman, a wife, a partner, a queen, is more than her looks. And if you don't know what qualities matter long term, you'll keep falling for what feels good in the moment instead of what's good for your soul. Ask yourself, do I know the difference between desire and compatibility? Am I choosing based on looks or legacy? Can she grow with me? Pray with me? Build with me? You need to look beyond. Makeup, lashes, filters, temporary vibes and attention, her body count, and focus on her character count. Start seeking a woman with integrity and honesty, a woman who respects herself and others, a woman who brings peace, not pressure, a woman who encourages your vision, not distracts from it. You also have to know what you need emotionally. Some men never stop to figure out what makes them feel safe, supported, and seen. But until you do, you'll keep mistaking lust for love. Knowing what you want means knowing who you are. Knowing what you need means being honest about your weaknesses. A good woman is not just something you attract. She's someone you recognize when you're finally ready. Chapter 2. Becoming the man she deserves. Before you focus on finding her, you must focus on becoming him. A great woman isn't looking for a perfect man. She's looking for a purposeful one, a man who leads with integrity, takes responsibility for his actions, and grows through accountability, not ego. Too many men want a queen but act like pawns. You don't get loyalty, peace, love, and submission from a woman unless you're first giving her something worth following. Start with you. Heal your wounds. Don't bleed on the next woman because of what the last one did. Control your emotions. Anger, jealousy, and pride will destroy a good thing faster than any outside threat. Build discipline. Your habits, your money, your mindset, these all tell a woman what kind of future you're capable of creating. A woman who respects herself will only connect deeply with a man who respects himself too. She deserves a man who keeps his word, even when it's inconvenient, leads without control and listens without weakness, is sexually disciplined and emotionally mature, works hard, prays harder, and speaks life into his household. Becoming the man she deserves doesn't mean becoming rich, tall, or smooth. It means becoming solid, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. When you become that man, you'll attract not just any woman, but the kind of woman who makes everything in your life better. The goal isn't just to be loved. The goal is to be ready for the love you've been praying for. Chapter 3. How to find a good woman and spot the wrong ones. You don't find a good woman in the same places you find casual distractions. If you want her, the one you can build with, grow with, and start a family with, you have to change how and where you look. A good woman isn't hiding. She's just not playing the same games everyone else is. She's not posting for attention, chasing validation, or entertaining men who only want her body. She's living her life, focused, grounded, and waiting for a man who's done with the chase and ready to choose. Where to look? Environments aligned with values, faith spaces, purpose-driven events, networking circles. places of growth, bookstores, gyms, conferences, volunteer work, through intentional circles, not DMs, real-life conversations with trusted people who know her character. Don't expect a woman of value to present herself like a woman seeking attention. Elevate the way you search. How to spot the wrong ones. Not every beautiful woman is wife material, and not every confident woman is a safe woman. Here's what to avoid. Inconsistency. If her words and actions don't line up, believe the actions. Drama. If she thrives off conflict, gossip, or chaos, she'll bring that to your home. Manipulation. Guilt-tripping, controlling behavior, emotional games. These are signs of deeper issues. Lack of vision. If she's just vibing with no direction, she'll slow you down when you're trying to build. What to look for instead? Peace. She brings calm, not confusion. Wisdom. She thinks before reacting. She listens and applies truth. Consistency. Her loyalty isn't conditional on how much you give. Accountability. She owns her mistakes, grows, learns, evolves. Faith and character. She values something deeper than material things. A good woman isn't perfect, but she's real, she's present, and she's ready. Stop chasing what's flashy and start choosing what's lasting. Because when you find her, you'll realize she was worth every level you had to grow through to recognize her. Chapter 4. Earning her trust, respect, and heart. You can't demand a woman's trust. You have to earn it. You can't manipulate her respect. You have to live it. And you don't just take her heart. You protect it with consistency, patience, and purpose. A good woman has likely been through things you don't see. She's had promises broken, trust shattered, energy wasted. So if you want access to her deepest love, you have to come correct. Not perfect, but present, consistent, and intentional. Trust is earned through consistency. Do what you say, repeatedly. Transparency. Be open, not secretive. A woman senses when you're hiding. Emotional maturity. Handle disagreement without disrespect. Accountability. Own your actions. Apologize without blaming. Trust isn't about being flawless, it's about being real and reliable. Respect is given when you lead without control. You uplift her without shaming her. You set boundaries and honor hers. You show her you're a man of value, not just with money, but with character. A woman respects a man who respects himself, one who doesn't have to prove he's in charge because his life shows it. Her heart responds to safety, not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. Stability, you're consistent, grounded, and dependable. Romance, real connection, not just game or gifts. Protection, you protect her name, her peace, and her dreams. She won't open her heart fully to just any man. She opens it to the one who feels safe enough to hand it to. So slow down. Stop trying to impress her. Start investing in her. Because when a good woman feels safe, she becomes everything you never knew you needed. Loyal, loving, uplifting, powerful. She doesn't want your perfection. She wants your effort, presence, and protection. Earn that, and you'll unlock a love most men never experience. Chapter 5. Loving her like a leader. Love isn't soft. Love isn't passive. Love is intentional, disciplined, and powerful, especially when you love like a leader. A man who leads in love doesn't dominate. He directs with humility. He provides with purpose. He protects with strength, and he gives with no hidden agenda. What does it mean to love her like a leader? It means you initiate communication even when it's uncomfortable. You guide the relationship with clarity and direction. You take emotional responsibility, not just financial. You correct without crushing and lead without controlling. Leadership in love is about serving her while staying grounded in your role as a man. Masculine leadership looks like being a man of your word, even when it's hard, setting the tone in the household, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, protecting her peace by removing chaos, even if it's from you, covering her through prayer, planning, and presence. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be dominant, but you do have to be steady. How a woman responds to this leadership. She feels safe enough to soften. She trusts your decisions and input. She gives you respect, intimacy, and peace in return. She reflects your leadership through the way she nurtures, supports, and elevates you. Most men want submission, but forget that submission is a response, not a request. When you love her right, with direction, vision, and consistency, she'll give you everything you've been searching for, voluntarily, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Leadership starts with love. Love starts with responsibility. Responsibility starts with you. Chapter 6, Protecting Her Spirit, Body, and Peace. A good woman doesn't just need love, she needs protection. Not just from the world, but sometimes from you. If your presence disturbs her peace, weakens her spirit, or puts her safety at risk, then you're not loving her. You're damaging her. Real men don't just provide. They protect, and that protection must show up in every area of her life. Protecting her spirit. Speak life into her, not doubt. Encourage her dreams, don't belittle them. Make her feel safe enough to be soft, expressive, and vulnerable. Be her biggest source of peace, not pressure. The way you talk to her becomes her inner voice. The way you handle her heart affects her confidence and femininity. Protecting her body. Never use your strength to intimidate. Never let lust override her boundaries. Don't just protect her from danger, protect her from disrespect, even from family, friends, or strangers. Make her feel safe walking beside you, not afraid of being near you. A man who truly honors a woman's body waits, respects, listens, and leads. Protecting her peace. Keep your chaos in check. Don't bring drama into her world. Communicate clearly. Silence and games create anxiety. Be honest, not sneaky. Secrets break trust and destroy peace. Handle your insecurities. Don't make her pay for wounds she didn't cause. When a woman feels emotionally safe with you, she gives you everything. Her love, her submission, her loyalty, her full self. But she will never open up to a man who threatens her peace. It's not enough to love her. You have to protect the woman, the soul, and the spirit she is. Because when she feels protected, she becomes powerful. Chapter 7, Building a Future with Her. Real love doesn't stop at feelings. It lays a foundation, creates a blueprint, builds something lasting. If you're not thinking beyond the moment, you're not ready for her. Because a good woman isn't just looking for romance, she's looking for a future. What building looks like. You plan beyond the weekend. You're thinking years ahead. You talk about goals, values, and vision, not just dates and vacations. You invest your time, energy, and resources, not just your words. You align your life with growth, spiritually, financially, emotionally. A man who's ready to build sees a woman as a partner, not a possession. He invites her into his vision and includes her in the plan. Questions to build with. Where do we want to be in 3, 5, 10 years? What are our shared values? What non-negotiables guide our decisions? Are we both willing to sacrifice for the mission? Can we grow together spiritually, mentally, and emotionally? If you're not building together, you're just playing house. Laying a legacy requires discipline, stability over impulse, communication, honest, open, and regular talks, financial maturity, planning for the future, not flexing for attention. Shared purpose, 2 visions heading in the same direction. If she's her, she's not looking to hang out. She's looking to build out a future, a home, a legacy. And if you're him, you'll lead the way, not with control, but with clarity. Because building with a woman means this. You don't just hold her hand, you hold space for her future, her faith, and her femininity. And together, you create a life that makes sense and makes impact. Chapter 8, Creating a Family and Legacy. Love is the foundation. Commitment is the structure, but family and legacy, those are the kingdom you build together. A real man doesn't just want a woman in his bed. He wants a woman beside him in life, in parenting, and in purpose. You're not just choosing her for right now. You're choosing the mother of your children, the peace in your household, the co-architect of your legacy. Creating a family starts with shared values, raising kids in a united environment, healthy communication. Kids don't need perfect parents, they need stable ones. Protection and presence, not just financial provision, but emotional investment. Example over instruction. Your kids will copy who you are, not just what you say. A strong family requires 2 people who are healed enough to lead, love, and live with purpose. Creating legacy means building generational wealth, not just income. Breaking cycles of broken homes, trauma, silence, and chaos. Setting spiritual and moral foundations that outlive you. Creating memories that matter. Love, laughter, leadership. Legacy is not just about money. It's about who they become because of how you lived and loved. The man's role in legacy: be the anchor, not the storm. Be the leader, not the dictator. Be the covering, not the critic. Be the king that raises royalty through presence, not pressure. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be present, consistent, and committed. When you have her, the right woman beside you, and you both submit to something greater than yourselves, you don't just create a home, you create a legacy that lives long after you're gone. Conclusion: her and him, together we win. It's not about her versus him, it's about her with him, aligned, in purpose, in love, in legacy. This isn't just a book about women, it's a blueprint for you, the man who's ready to grow, lead, love, and build with intention. When you understand what you need in a woman, who you must become, how to lead with love, how to protect and provide, how to build and create legacy, you step into a rare level of manhood, one that isn't based on status, looks, or money, but on integrity, vision, faith, and leadership. Because at the end of the day, a good man brings stability, strength, and direction. A good woman brings peace, power, and multiplication, and together they don't just build a house. They build a kingdom, so become him, the man worthy of her. Lead in love, walk in purpose, and create a life most only dream of.